Hello, Sagittarius. Today is Thursday, June 25, 2026, and keep in mind that small details from the people around you can make you see things in a more positive or negative light. There are tiny attitudes from others that might not seem like much to you, but could mean something entirely different to someone else who's sharing your space. That's why you'll need to practice empathy, because even though you're not selfish, far from it, there's still truth in the fact that when someone gives you advice or asks you for something, you might go halfway or just come up with 100,000 excuses for not doing it, simply because you don't feel like it. And within reason, that's still part of your authenticity. Gotta say it all. People who truly know you know exactly who you are. So, you might not fully apply honesty, and that, without a doubt, would be a flaw that could slowly push away people who care about you. People you've gradually worn down without being fully aware of it. On this day, you should do certain things differently, especially if you've been through experiences that leave you feeling drained and mentally scattered, as people often say, and you're struggling to come up with ideas quick. Your mind is sharp, your mind always has plenty of spark, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. Let things unfold gradually. Don't commit to anything you can't actually follow through on, whether it's at work, in love, or anything else. And trust your common sense, which is always wonderful. Don't just stand around waiting, but also don't push unnecessarily. Let each person go their own way, doing what's meant for them. Now let's dive into the specific details for love, health, work, and your compatibilities for today. In health, watch out for excesses. You're going to be eating quite irregularly today, or drinking beverages you shouldn't, and in some way you might end up with stomach discomfort, those kinds of mild stomach issues. So of course, enjoy the delicious food you're eating today, but also keep some common sense. Well, I don't know if you live with someone who cooks delicious meals but might go overboard with the fats, then drink a herbal tea after each meal, or just keep your portions small. But no matter what, the planets are telling you today to avoid excesses. As for work, if there's one thing that defines you, it's your huge sense of responsibility when doing the things you love. But yes, just one moment when you stop feeling comfortable, at ease, and calm, when you start making up 1,000 excuses, will be enough. You don't fully like what you're doing, you'd like a change, and you keep noticing little flaws that slowly pull you into the dilemma of wanting something better. Learn to have a bit more persistence in your work life. Stability in that area is important if you want to grow in your career or trade. You'll just need to keep focusing on what you truly need, and you'll find it right there in that same place. Once you've tried everything and it still doesn't work, that's when you'll know it's time to find your own path. But in the end, you'll find it. If you're already looking for work because you're unemployed, something really interesting will come your way today. But only if you keep actively searching, keep sending in your applications, and do so with the utmost persistence. There are people who either don't know how to look for a job or haven't been told how it's done. Then there are others who send in one application and just stop there, thinking that's it. Don't you? You need to keep sending out applications. Send 100, 200, 300, expand your search radius, look in nearby cities and towns, keep searching wherever it's needed, and one will definitely come through, of course it will. But don't just send one and think, I already sent my resume a week or two ago, and that's it. All right, then send out 500 more applications to other places, but keep searching. Because you've got a really interesting talent when it comes to people, a real ability to connect and talk with others. As soon as you go in for an interview, they're going to snap you up, for sure, absolutely for sure. The planets are aligned just right today, meaning they're strongly supporting exactly that kind of connection. On the financial front, being aware of what you're doing is extremely important. So always make sure you know that whatever you're about to do will have consequences, whether positive or negative. But those consequences will later either help or harm you as a person. Even if you don't believe it, sometimes the way you personally manage your money can actually do you harm. Whether it's because you're living with someone who's broke, what they call hand in the pocket, or someone whose wallet's empty but keeps spending money and you're not quite sure how to handle the situation. Or perhaps you just don't know quite how to approach managing your own finances on your own. Today you're going to receive a very interesting lesson about money, whether it's through joy or a bit of a shock. In other words, maybe you'll lose some money, And from that point on, you'll start managing your finances more wisely. Or perhaps you'll get a pleasant surprise with some unexpected cash. And that windfall will inspire you to handle your money better from now on. Either of those two experiences will bring you a fascinating lesson. And from that point on, you'll apply it very, very well. As for matters of love, you're someone who loves with deep intensity. But sometimes you have slightly different ideas about what love is supposed to be like, and how you should act towards someone who's your partner, or who intends to be your partner. So even though this topic is a bit complex, and not everyone handles it the same way, you'll need to look inward, get to know yourself, and then learn how to express your own view of love, so you can attract the person who's the right emotional match for you. So today is an excellent day for that. You'll feel this connection even more strongly than you imagine, especially if you're getting to know someone, or if, for example, it's your current partner. Love is going to be more intense than ever. If you've been with your partner for many years, and your relationship has been very stable, there might be a bit of an emotional disconnect today. You're going to feel the need to get out of a certain emotional boredom you've been experiencing with your partner, and you'll find yourself thinking a lot about how you can spice things up a bit, breathe some new life into the relationship. Maybe today you'll feel like, dancing around the house, or maybe you'll feel like doing something special with your partner, and how that plays out will depend a lot on your partner's energy. Keep that in mind, because even if you're totally ready and eager, your partner might be a sign that's completely opposite to yours and just not in the mood. So you'll need to really assess whether they're willing to give in or not, whether they want to or don't want to. But don't worry, it won't be because you didn't try, because this point will be incredibly intriguing for you. If you're single, whether you're a man or a woman, and you want something, you've got to go after it. But don't push too hard or obsess over the people and things you desire. So you might find yourself getting hopeful if you've been talking to someone lately, wanting something with that person. And if you keep moving forward with calm, with your positive attitude, with your fun, lighthearted approach, because you're a fun sign, with a wonderful sense of humor, you'll start to feel more and more that your feelings are being returned, and that things are getting better and better. On the energy front, your energy level is moderate. A bit of emotional instability today. You'll need to be the one to put on the brakes yourself, or you might end up creating a whole drama where you come out looking bad all on your own. Approach things with more organization, and you'll clearly see which path to take to shift this kind of behavior. The positive situation you need to strengthen today is the trust you'll place in someone. This will be the key you've been waiting for to accomplish something truly important and discover a wonderful idea. If everything flows as you hope, you might even find a business partner who will leave you floating in the joy of victory. So, hey, never hurts to keep that open. Also be careful not to overextend yourself financially just because you can't put certain limits on what you want. You'll feel tempted to go overboard buying things, and you won't be able to handle so many expenses. So now's the time to really manage your money. Don't forget that. Be careful not to fall into states of uncertainty, not knowing quite clearly which path to take, whether with your family or in relation to some promise you made that you definitely can't fulfill right now due to time constraints. Maybe you just can't follow through on that favor someone asked of you, or whatever it may be. So it's time to talk. It's time to send that message, to apologize, to say you won't be able to make it. But don't drag out something you see you simply can't do, whether because of time constraints or because of how life is right now. Don't let it sour your spirit. Anyone who knows you understands you're a genuine Sagittarius, and that's what truly matters. And when it comes to students, if you're currently studying, you might not feel very available today to focus on your studies due to lack of concentration. Even if you don't feel like it, you'll need to put in the effort. Your grades could end up being the wake-up call you need to get back on track. So make sure to keep a close eye on those subjects. And if you're not feeling much like studying today, you can adapt your study approach to be more engaging. You don't have to just read. Consider listening to audiobooks related to what you're studying, for example. That's another option. It doesn't take as much effort, but it does offer a more playful way to study. And when it comes to compatibility, today is a wonderful day with these 3 signs. First, with people born under the sign of Capricorn, you'll experience a strong sense of closeness and ease in reaching agreements on many matters. Even though you're quite different in nature, you won't have any trouble finalizing important issues. Second, with people born under the sign of Virgo, you have an excellent day, highly energized and full of motivation to get a lot of pending tasks done. And third, with people born under the sign of Libra, you have a delightful day, very focused and consistent, with no issues at all. On the downside, you might experience a minor disagreement or emotional distance with someone born under the sign of Aries, but you already know that this only applies today and only if you end up arguing. Wishing you an absolutely wonderful day. See you tomorrow, Sagittarius.